On a branch of a big tree sat a little bird, Peter's friend. All is quiet, chirped the bird happily. Just then a duck came waddling round. She was glad that Peter had not closed the gate and decided to take a nice swim in the deep pond in the meadow. Seeing the duck, the little bird flew down upon the grass and settled next to her and shrugged his shoulders.
What kind of bird are you if you can't fly?
Said he. To this the duck replied,
What kind of bird are you if you can't swim?
And dived into the pond. Suddenly, something caught Peter's attention. He noticed a cat crawling through the grass as the duck and the bird continued arguing. The cat thought, "That little bird is busy arguing. I'll just grab him." So stealthily the cat crept towards him on his velvet paws. Shouted Peter, and the bird immediately flew up into the tree, while the duck quacked angrily at the cat from the middle of the pond. The cat walked around the tree, around and around, and thought, "Is it worth climbing up so high? By the time I get there, the bird will have flown away." Just then, Grandfather came out.
It's a dangerous place if a wolf should come out to the forest. Then what would you do?
But Peter paid no attention to his grandfather's words, because boys like him are not afraid of wolves. Grandfather took Peter by the hand and led him home and locked the gate. No sooner had Peter gone than a big gray wolf came out of the forest. In a twinkling, the cat climbed up the tree. The duck quacked and in her excitement jumped out of the pond. But no matter how hard the duck tried to run, she couldn't escape the wolf. He was getting nearer and nearer, catching up with her. Then in one gulp, And so this is how things stood. The cat was sitting on one branch, the bird on another, the duck, well, we know where the duck is. Not too close to the cat is where the bird sat, and the wolf walked around and around the tree, looking at him with greedy eyes. In the meantime, Peter, without the slightest fear, stood behind the gate, watching all that was going on. He ran home, got a strong rope, and climbed up the high stone wall. One of the branches of the tree, around which the wolf was walking, stretched out over the wall. Grabbing a hold of that branch, Peter lightly climbed over the tree. Peter said to the bird, "Fly down."
Lie down and circle around the wolf's head. But be careful not to be caught.
The bird almost touched the wolf's head with his wings, while the wolf snapped angrily at him. From this side and that, how the bird worried the wolf, how he wanted to catch him, but the bird was clever and the wolf simply could do nothing about it. Meanwhile, Peter made a lasso and, carefully letting it down, caught the wolf by the tail and pulled with all his might. Feeling himself caught, the wolf began to jump wildly, trying to get loose. But Peter tied the other end of the rope to the tree, and the wolf's jumping only made the rope around his tail tighter. Just then the hunters came out of the woods. Shooting as they came, trailing that wolf. But Peter, sitting in the tree, said,
No, don't shoot. Spotted, I have already caught the wolf. Now help us take him to the zoo.
And now, can you imagine the triumphant procession? Peter at the head, and after him the hunters leading the wolf, winding up. The procession was grandfather, and the bird, chirping merrily above them, said, "My, what brave fellows we are."
Peter and I. Look what we have caught.
And if one would listen very carefully, he could hear the duck quacking inside the wolf, because the wolf in his hurry had swallowed her alive. The end. Take a bow, kids.